What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to talk about the hog panel fence that we just built. And I'm going to give you a tour on how we did it and why we did it. So if you're interested in building this hog panel fence, stay tuned. Do not critique my fencing skills because it's going to be quick and easy. So we built this hog panel fence, as you can see, because we have some chickens back here. And although we have a run and a coop, we wanted to give them some area to free range. So we wanted to give them something that gave us a little more confidence that they would be protected, even though the top isn't complete. And it's a little more predator protection, keeps them in and maybe keeps some of the predators out. I understand that the chicken wire isn't going to do a whole lot, but it just helps us feel a little more secure. And when we're outside, we can let them free range and they're not just going all over without us knowing. So this hog panel fence, these are 16 feet by 48 inches. And then we put the chicken wire, which is 4 feet tall, on top of the hog panels. As you can see, we have T-posts. And we've got 3 T-posts for each hog panel, and they're attached with the clips. So I'll take you around and you can kind of see what we did. The entire area is about 75 feet long and 50 feet wide. So you can see how our chickens are doing, and they love to mow the grass for us, so we're pretty excited about that. You can see, I'll flip the camera around, take you down the line. Chicken wires can be pretty difficult to run just because you have to pull tension to make sure it is pretty taut. So we manually did that, and then as we came down each line of the run, you can see we used some hog panel or the hog ties, hog rings, to attach the chicken wire to the hog panels, and that holds really nice. And here's a close-up of the clips on the T-posts. If you've never used those before, they can be a little tricky to wrap around here. There is a tool that you can purchase to wrap them around. It's like $5 or $10 bucks, 10 or 20 bucks, depending on the type of tool that you purchase. But everything went pretty smooth. We used the tractor to drive the T-post. Which was just made the job just go that much faster. There were a few times we had to use the T-post driver to drive the T-post in, just for different reasons. Maybe we hit a spot that was just an odd position and we couldn't use the tractor couldn't reach it, there was a tree above it, just all kinds of reasons. But I would say the majority of the posts we were able to drive with the tractor. Hi girls. Hi girls. We have nine girls and 1 rooster, and our rooster is so sweet. That's our rooster Scooge up there. That was his name before we got him. And he is just as sweet as can be. He is a beautiful boy, and he is so kind and so gentle with these girls. We just love them. They're just all very sweet. It's a good little flock. So anyways, going down this fence, again, these panels are 16 foot wide and 50 inches tall. And we added the chicken wire because we just, of course the chicks can get through these openings, these hog panels at the bottom. These particular hog panels, they start with a gradual increase in the size. I believe they're 6 inches wide, and then they start at the bottom with, I think, 4 inches tall, and then they continue in. Oh, well, hi, you coming to check it out? What? Anytime you do something with chickens, they're so curious. They just got to come and see what you're doing. You gonna say hi? Yeah. Say hi. Yeah, you gonna check out the fence now that I'm talking about it? Anyway, back back to this fence here, the hog panel. They're 6-inch wide grids, and at the bottom they start at 4 inches, and they go to, I think it's 6 by 6 is what these are. You can get them smaller. I think you can get 4 by 4 inch grids, but these are the grids that we had at our Tractor Supply, so that's what we bought. And that's why we added the chicken wire, so the chicks could not get out. And we are thinking about getting goats, so we'll probably get goats soon. Just the Nigerian dwarf goats. Nothing big, and I do not even know if they will have horns. So it's not going to be huge goats that will place a lot of pressure on this fence. But we did, when we ran this fence, we did draw a string, run a line, so we could try to keep it as straight as possible. Do not critique my fencing skills because I'm not a pro. Everything is pretty just on the fly here, but overall we're just very happy with it. It was a pretty inexpensive way to run some fencing. So if you've thought about doing a hog panel fence, just try it. It's pretty easy. Takes a little bit of time just to get your maneuvers down, how you're going to place your T-posts. When you're overlapping each panel, we chose to overlap one of these grids here, and that's pretty good support. I mean, if we had a larger animal and they pushed against it, I think that could be a problem. But if you see how much, I don't know if you can see that movement there. I mean, me pushing on it, yes, you can get some movement in there, but something like chicks or some dwarf goats, I don't know that that's going to be too much of an issue. Some people will overlap 2 of the grids, and that will give it a lot more stability. Maybe you'll use, this is a 6 foot T-post. Some people might even use a larger T-post. Sorry, it's starting to rain here, so you'll probably get some blurry shots in this video. But overlapping these gives it a lot more rigidity. And we're on some pretty uneven terrain here, so it's been pretty hard to keep these exactly lined up. But getting them lined up allows you to attach these hog rings, and attaching these hog rings gives it even more stability. We're hoping it will give us many years of service, and so far our chicks love it. They've not been able to escape, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how many escape artists we have in here. They love it so far. So, thanks for joining. Oh, who's flying over there? Who's flying? Who's getting excited? All right, well, thanks for joining me. If you have any questions about the hog panel fence, feel free to drop a comment or question below, and I'll answer you. And if there's anything else that you'd like to see, just let me know, and I'll be happy to make a video on it. If you like this content, please hit the like button and leave some type of comment so I know this is something that you're interested in, and they'll deliver this video to other people who like this type of thing. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.